Yeah, I work a place called Rainbow Foods. It's just a little natural, organic grocery, deli type place. And I just work in the kitchen making lunch for people. It's kind of just a deli lunch by weight, and just make kind of whatever I feel like making each day. We do different salads and entrees and pizzas and sandwiches, and we don't use any set menu or recipes. We just work with what we have and kind of make whatever we want. So it's pretty fun. I like cooking a lot, and it's a really creative cooking job.
You're fine, just keep going.
So kind of get to, just like cooking at home, go into work each day and see what's there to work with. Our ingredients kind of just vary from time to time. We use produce from the produce section in the store. Yeah, some of the things I'm interested in, like doing beyond running and whatever, working. I really like biking a lot. I haven't done much in the last couple of years, but I know I'll do more again at some point in my life. Mountain biking and road biking, but especially mountain biking, and just do a lot of camping, anything that gets me outside. I've done a lot of whitewater rafting in the past, mostly when I lived in Utah, and that's also something I will probably do more of when I don't spend so much time focused on my running. And then, reading, I've always been really interested in just kind of learning from my own experiences and, learning things from reading various books or magazines or whatever. And that's another one of those things that I feel like I never find enough time for it, but I feel like once so much energy is poured into my running, that's something I'll do more of in the future. And, but really at this point, outside of my running and my work, the main thing that I like to do is just be with good friends, be with people that I care a lot for, and whether that means just going over to someone's house to have dinner and play a game, or go out on the beach and have a little cookout, or just going on a walk with somebody. I definitely really value my time that I get to spend with my closest friends. Is really right at this point, outside of my running and my work, that's really my next main focus, is just being with my closest friends. It doesn't even really matter what we're doing, just spending some time together.
Can you just say the cooking on the beach or camping sentence again, just because there was a plane going by right then?
Yeah, I really like anything that gets me outside. I like to camp out when the weather's good, and go out and cook out on the beach, have a little bonfire cookout on the beach with friends. I think one of the best things about my job is that there's never really a time when I need to be there. Sometimes in the mornings I need to be there for a couple hours and have food ready by 11 o'clock, because that's when we sort of start serving the lunch. But after that, I can just duck out whenever I want to go for a run. And my job's been really, my employer and my coworkers have been really cool about kind of accommodating that. And it's really kind of the ideal day job for what I like to do. And on top of that, I really enjoy cooking a lot, and I've always been pretty into cooking. I feel like maybe my interest in cooking is a response to I don't know, my family's lack of interest in cooking. Maybe in growing up, it was pretty basic fare. I mean, we ate well, but it was sort of nothing too fancy by any means, or too alternative. And so I kind of, once I was grown up and moved out of my parents' house and cooking on my own, I became pretty quickly interested in trying out some new things. And so it's nice at my job now I get to just kind of extend that. Sometimes it's a little bit frustrating to put so much of my creative interest in cooking into my job, because then I don't end up cooking at home as creatively or as interestingly as I might otherwise. I do find myself getting a little burnt out on cooking once in a while, but overall it's pretty nice. Yeah, most typical day for me, I'm usually at work in the morning, maybe around 9, and I'm there at least through 11, usually more like till 1. And then, so I don't really do much running in the mornings. I very rarely get up and get out for a run before going into work. I kind of really like being at home in the morning and getting up and just hanging out for an hour before doing anything, drinking some coffee, have a nice breakfast. And then just depends a lot on the weather. When the weather's nice, as soon as I can get out of work and take off, I try to get out for a run. Or if I can get some people to join me on a run, I kind of am usually flexible to go on their schedule. So if I duck out of work at noontime and go out for a run, and I just go back into work in the afternoon, or sometimes not till the evening or the night do I actually get back in and finish up my work for the day. And then, no day's entirely typical, but I think I have a lot of days where I end up, getting out middle of the day for a 2 or 3 hour run and maybe back into work to finish up, and then hopefully just be able to have a fairly relaxing evening and just have a nice dinner at home with Corley and Elle, or when the weather's nice, get out on the beach a lot and have a little cookout on the beach with friends, and quite a few dinner parties and just hanging out, kind of just mellow get-togethers with friends. Usually at least a couple times a week we're doing that. And then there's the occasional day where I'm just swamped with stuff all day and end up going out for a run at 8 o'clock at night for a couple hours. And as long as I don't do that too often, I really enjoy those days. It's nice going out in the evening and getting out on the trails when there's virtually nobody out. But yeah, most days I'm kind of winding down my active part of the day by dinner time, and then just hanging out pretty mellow after that.